Okay, so here we are back with these rolls of coins that I'm going to actually open for you. If you saw the last video that was about 15 minutes long, I explained a little bit about coin rolls and wrapped rolls and things like that and how to spot fakes. And that is literally, that 15 minutes was glazing over it. I spent 3 years researching this and going through and learning an awful lot about wrapping and stuff like that. So I have quite a bit of background knowledge with that. But what this video is going to be for is just unwrapping some what are called both original wrapped rolls, original bank wrapped rolls, and even some that are probably not original that may be rewrapped rolls. But excuse me, you'll get a chance to see this firsthand. So hopefully you'll enjoy this as we go through this. First roll I'm going to open, I think I'm actually going to pick one of these red rolls, or this particular red roll, because of what it actually holds inside. So back in the 50s and 40s and stuff like that, there were a lot of collectors that when they collected the rolls of coins, they would actually double wrap the rolls. You saw me open my 36S roll the other day on one of these videos. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, go back to my YouTube channel and take a look at it. But when they double wrapped them, some of the times they would actually double wrap them in tin foil, and that was basically to protect the coins that were inside from the chemicals that are in the paper itself, which is basically what changes the color of the coin. And that chemical is sulfur. That's in a paper wrapper is sulfur. So as you can see, I just took the wrapper off of this. It was wrapped. It's a 1957P roll. And this particular one is wrapped on the inside with not only tin foil, but it's wrapped a third time with tissue paper on the inside, as you can see. So this roll of coins could actually turn out to be a really pretty roll of coins depending on how it was stored. It has a very old sticker on it, which I'm sure at one time probably read 1957, but it's unlegible and the tape is actually yellowed. So let's open this roll of coins and see what we wind up getting. And as you can tell, it's wrapped on the inside with tissue paper. I probably shouldn't actually be talking over these coins, and you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't think I'm going to. I'm actually going to pull out my my mask. You should always wear one of these. Again, also basics of coin collecting. If you're going to be talking over a nice pair of, or a nice roll of coins or a nice coin, you should think about putting a mask on. And the reason for that, quite simply put, is your voice and your breath contains an incredible amount of moisture. So you don't want to cause problems in the future with coins. So these are really nice. They're actually in really nice shape. They're nice and bright. They're not the world's greatest coins. They have quite a few fingerprints on them, as you can probably see. There's a fingerprint on that one. There's little black specks and regular contact bag and contact marks. There's a fingerprint on that one from that standpoint. But they are bright, they are original, and they are from 1957, obviously. So the person that put them in this wrapper did a nice job with them. And we'll put that off to the side and come back to that later. It's kind of cool to see something like that you don't usually see. I'm going to take my mask off here, and my glasses fall off my face, and I'm going to open another roll. And this is a roll of 1955S. Now again, this is also not an original bank wrapped roll, but an original old wrapped roll. It's got a date on it here. If I read it, it says 4/8 of 58. 10 cents a piece is what it actually says. So whoever bought this roll paid 10 cents a piece for each one of these coins in here. They bought them in 1958, and they've been in this wrapper ever since 1958. So let's go ahead and open this roll, see what we get. Somebody's actually already opened it up, and to try and look inside there would be my guess. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This one has the one coin on the bottom actually has a fingerprint on it from that standpoint, so you can see that. More of the coins as I open the next couple in here also are toned and have prints on them. And as we continue to go through the roll, you can actually see the side of the coins are toned, and that's a sign that this roll of coins has been in this wrapper for a very extended period of time, because the contact where it has made contact with the coin and the paper has actually turned the coin's colors. So I'm gonna slide these out of here. We'll see what we get. I'm gonna grab an empty roll of or an empty tube from down underneath my desk here, so that in case I want to put those in something. Let's take a look at a few of these coins, shall we? So here's a nice 55S roll of coins, and these look to be pretty bright, pretty nice. Obviously not all the coins are faced the same way, which also lends credibility to the fact that it's an original roll. Believe it or not, there's actually a sequence or a, if you want to call it, non-sequence of how coins would have wound up in a roll from the standpoint of just being random. And there's a couple of really nice coins in here. Here's one here that's a very, very nice 55S reverse. Looks like it's got a pretty decent strike to it. Pretty nice front. It's got a few contact and bag marks, but nonetheless, it's still a excuse me, halfway decent roll. Again, not trying to cough over the coins or talk over them. This is a 55S roll, so it's not an incredibly expensive roll from that respect. So I'm going to put that off to the side again and open another one of these rolls. So neither one of the two rolls that I've opened so far have been original bank wrapped rolls. So let's open an original bank wrapped roll. Again, this is being original bank wrapped. It actually says right on it, Bank of America. It's got an old time telephone number and an old a post office box number on it. The one thing that's interesting to note about bank wrapped rolls, there are very few banks anywhere that will misspell their name on anything. Obviously, they don't want that to happen. So one of the biggest clues to finding an original bank wrapped roll versus a fake one is obviously look for the spelling. Look to be sure that whatever bank it is from is actually or was actually in business at the time that the coins are inside are supposedly from. I've seen numerous occasions where you'll find a bank of this or a bank of that that would actually went out of business 20 years before the coins that are inside the roll were actually made. So banks do go out of business. It does happen. They get gobbled up by bigger banks and so on and so forth. And they change names and do all that. You can purchase old wrappers like these actually on eBay. And if you don't believe me, just Google search antique coin wrappers. And you'll find that you can actually purchase the antique coin wrappers right on eBay. You can even purchase the old wrapping machines and wrap coins yourself if you want to do that and fake everybody out. But that's not really the world's best thing to do. So this is a 58D. We're going to go ahead and open this roll. It is an old bank wrapped roll. And I'm going to pull it open here. Now, the interesting thing to note here is the paper on this roll also contains sulfur, but as I open these, you're going to notice that the coins themselves are actually shiny all the way around. So the inside of this wrapping paper, of this particular type of paper, doesn't have as much sulfur, or maybe even has a light coating to it. It seems very shiny and glossy, so it may actually have a coating to it to prevent that. It may also have had a coating on it so to help the coins slide in and out of the roll. But I'm going to take a few coins from the center of the roll and we're going to take a look at them. So these are actually really, really nice coins for the year. I'll zoom in a little further and a little closer so I can take a look. These are very, very well struck coins and of fantastic quality. Very, very minimal bag marks to these coins. Really nice surfaces, really nice strikes to them. And as you can tell, one coin right after the other is extremely nice. And they've got a perfect patina to them as well. So this is a roll of coins that probably will produce some very, very nice coins. But again, please note that it's an original bank wrapped roll of coins and not a re-wrapped roll of coins. And it met all the criteria for having a nice wrapped roll. So with that, I've opened a few of the rolls of coins. Don't want to lose that one. Take that one out of there. And then, some of the other things going back a little further, like this wrapper, this was a 1944S roll that I unwrapped not that long ago. It came from the Security First National Bank of Los Angeles. It had some beautiful coins in it. I've got the roll around here actually, so I can pull this out and show you the coins that came out of this roll. And they were just phenomenally colored. They had a beautiful patina to them. You'll notice that they've got a nice shine to them. They've got a nice strike to them, and that was a phenomenal roll of coins when I unwrapped that. And that'll also hold some really nice gem coins when I decide, or if I decide to actually send them into grading services, which I'm not real fond of. For a variety of reasons. We'll get on that subject in another episode of this. But there you go, are some of the coins. I'm going to open one more roll of coins just so everybody can see this. This is an 81D, and this is a roll that probably would have been wrapped by a Brinks wrapping service. I'm going to zoom back out again a little bit. And this would have been a roll that would have been wrapped by a Brinks wrapping service or some sort of other wrapping service. It has no bank name on it. It is not an original bank wrapped roll. So whatever you can possibly think of, do not consider this an original bank wrapped roll. It may be an old original wrapped roll, but not bank wrapped. So let's go ahead and pull the paper off this and see what's inside this. 81s are known for not being the world's greatest coins, regardless of however they were wrapped. So maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we won't, who knows. But I'm going to pull some coins out of the center. And as typical with what's expected, these coins are not so great, as you can tell. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see these. But they are spotted. They are, you can tell where the roller wheel was when the roller wheel counted the coins. As they went through the counting machine and the sorting machine, you can see right where the roller wheel went on a lot of these. A lot of these are purple. So they've discolored with whatever liquid or that was on the roller wheel as it went across the coins and counted these coins into the roller and the wrap that they went in. So not the world's greatest roll of coins, unfortunately. No matter where you pull them from the roll, it's pretty much kind of the same thing. They have that same ugly look to them, one side or the other, depending on what you're looking at. So just because it's wrapped doesn't mean that the coins inside are going to be good. And just because it's an original wrapped roll or an old wrapped roll doesn't mean that they will be gem perfect coins every single time. It's luck of the draw. That's also one of the reasons why I don't like to purchase rolls of coins that are wrapped, because I can't actually see inside the roll to see what the coins look like, and I don't want to pay a lot of money for something that I don't necessarily see. Yes, you could possibly get lucky and wind up hitting a really nice coin, but you could also get 50 coins that you just overpaid an immense amount of money for. So I am not a fan of actually buying wrapped rolls of coins. The ones you see in front of you here are ones that I've just had collected throughout the years, and a couple of them are actually one of my friend's rolls that he's hired me to go through and look at. So by any stretch of the imagination, be very cautious with what you do. when it comes to your coin roll purchasing. Anything else we can cover, we'll cover in another episode of this, but thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you've learned a little bit. Have a great day.